Hi, my name is Tom Harris, and today I'm going to share with you something that can completely shift the way you see yourself and the way others see you too. Confidence isn't just about being loud or showing off. Real confidence is quiet, grounded, and powerful. And the good news is, it's not something you're born with, it's something you can build. Psychology gives us proven tools that can literally rewire the way we think, act, and feel about ourselves. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 psychology-based tricks that will help you feel more confident. Instantly, not after months of therapy or self-help books, but now, right here today, you don't need to change who you are. You just need to learn how to use your mind in a smarter way. And I'll be walking you through it all step by step. These are tricks that I personally use, and I promise they're not complicated. You won't need any special training or hours of meditation. You just need a few minutes and an open mind. So, whether you want to speak more confidently in meetings, stop overthinking social situations, or finally take that step you've been avoiding, this video is going to help you get there. Stay with me till the end, because the final tip is something that could completely shift the way you carry yourself every single day. Ready to begin? Let's get started. Let me tell you something strange, but powerful. Your body can change your mind, and your mind can change your behavior. And yes, your behavior can change your outcomes. That's the basic idea behind power posing. It might sound silly at first, but science backs it up. When you stand in a confident pose, like shoulders back, chin slightly up, arms relaxed, for just 2 minutes, your brain starts to shift. Your cortisol levels, which are linked to stress, go down. And your testosterone levels, linked to confidence, go up. You're not faking it. You're triggering a real psychological response. Think about how you sit when you're nervous. Hunched, shoulders, eyes down, arms crossed. That posture sends a message to your brain that you're not safe. But when you flip the posture, even if you don't feel confident yet, your brain starts to believe you are. So, before your next big moment, whether it's a presentation, a tough conversation, or a first date, take a moment to stand tall. Plant your feet firmly, lift your chest, and take a few slow breaths. You don't even have to do it in front of people. Just take 2 minutes alone, in your room, in the bathroom, wherever you are. You'll feel the shift almost immediately. And over time, your body will start to remember that posture as a natural part of who you are. There's a psychological illusion that makes us feel way more self-conscious than we need to be. It's called the spotlight effect. Basically, we think people are noticing every little thing about us. The awkward pause we made, the stain on our shirt, the bad hair day, but the truth is, most people are too busy thinking about themselves to really notice us. Imagine walking into a room and thinking, everyone is looking at me, but they're not. They're probably wondering if anyone's looking at them. Once you understand this, it's freeing. It means you can relax a little. That mistake you made while talking, they've already forgotten. That thing you said that kept you up all night, they didn't even notice. Your mind plays tricks on you. It puts a spotlight on you, like you're on stage. But in real life, we're all just extras in each other's stories, and realizing this doesn't make you invisible. It makes you braver. Because now, you know you have room to breathe, room to mess up, room to try again. Next time you feel nervous or self-conscious, remind yourself the spotlight isn't real. Nobody is watching you as closely as you think. And once you stop performing for an imaginary audience, you'll feel more grounded, more real, and yes, more confident. It's one of the fastest mindset shifts you can make, and it opens the door to every other kind of confidence you're trying to build. Asterisk, the way you talk to yourself shapes everything. Your mood, your behavior, even your body language. If your inner voice is always saying, I'm not good enough, or I'm going to mess this up, then your confidence doesn't even get a chance to grow. That voice becomes your reality. But here's the powerful part. You can change that voice. You can reframe your self-talk. It starts with noticing. Catch yourself in the act. When your mind says, I can't do this, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is that really true? Most of the time, it's just fear talking. Instead, try saying, this is new, but I can figure it out. Or, I've handled tough things before. I'll handle this too. You don't need to lie to yourself or pretend everything is perfect. You just need to speak to yourself, like someone who supports you, like a coach, not a critic. Replace what if I fail with what if I succeed. It might feel strange at first, but your brain listens, and over time, those new thoughts become your default setting. Think of your inner voice like background music. Negative self-talk is like a sad, slow tune playing behind everything you do. But when you change the music, when your self-talk is strong and positive, your whole mindset shifts. You feel lighter, braver, more ready. This one trick alone can completely reshape the way you move through the world. Your brain doesn't fully know the difference between something you imagine and something that really happens. That's why visualization is such a powerful confidence tool. Athletes use it all the time. Before stepping onto the field, they mentally rehearse their moves, their breathing, the feeling of winning. And guess what? It works. You can do the same thing. Before any high-pressure situation, close your eyes and walk yourself through it. In your mind, imagine yourself calm, clear, and in control. Picture the room, the people, your voice, even your body language. Don't just see it, feel it. Imagine the confidence in your chest, the steady pace of your breathing, the smile on your face. The more vivid your imagination, the effect you're training your brain to feel success before it even happens. So when the real moment comes, your mind says, I've been here. I know how this goes. That familiarity reduces fear, and it boosts performance. This isn't about daydreaming or wishful thinking. It's mental practice. And like any skill, the more you do it, the stronger it gets. A few minutes of focused visualization each day can completely shift the way you face challenges. Instead of walking in with doubt, you walk in prepared, because in your mind, you've already succeeded. Confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about being familiar with success, even if that success started in your imagination. You've probably heard the phrase, dress for success, but let's go deeper. What you wear isn't just about style, it actually affects your psychology. Studies show that when people dress in a way that makes them feel powerful, their posture changes, their mindset shifts, and their behavior becomes more confident. Think about it. When you put on something that fits well, that you like, that feels like you carry yourself differently. You walk taller, you speak clearer, you're less likely to shrink into the background. Your clothes send signals, not just to others, but to your own brain. This doesn't mean you have to wear a suit or follow fashion trends. It's about choosing outfits that align with the version of yourself you're trying to step into. Wear something that makes you feel sharp, clean, and composed. Something that makes you say, yeah, I look like someone who's got it together. Even small things matter. A clean shirt, polished shoes, a bit of grooming. These details tell your brain, I care. I'm showing up for myself. And that energy carries into everything you do. You're not dressing to impress other people. You're dressing to impress your own subconscious. And when your subconscious believes you look the part, it starts helping you act the part too. That's confidence, not from the outside in, but from the inside out, triggered by what's outside. Confidence doesn't come from massive success overnight. It builds slowly, with small wins stacked on top of each other. That's where micro goals come in. These are tiny, manageable tasks that move you forward without overwhelming you. And every time you complete one, your brain gets a little hit of achievement. That's where confidence begins. Let's say you're trying to become more confident. In social situations, a huge goal like be more outgoing feels vague and heavy. But a micro goal like make eye contact with one person today or say hello to the cashier with a smile, that's doable. And when you succeed, your mind records it as proof. I did it. Over time, these micro goals add up. They become habits, and each completed step rewrites your story. You're no longer someone who avoids things. You're someone who takes action. Even if it's small, it counts. The beauty of micro goals is that they reduce fear. Big goals can trigger anxiety and perfectionism, but tiny goals feel safe, achievable, and energizing. They create a forward motion that pulls you out of doubt and into action. Confidence isn't a giant leap. It's a series of tiny steps taken again and again. And when you prove to yourself that you can do something, even something small, you stop waiting for confidence to magically appear. You create it, one micro win at a time. Asterisk, have you ever noticed how being around confident people can make you feel more confident too? That's not just your imagination. It's actually how your brain works. You have something called mirror neurons, and they're constantly watching, learning, and copying the behavior of people around you. It's like your brain is wired for imitation. When you observe someone who speaks with clarity, stands tall, and moves with ease, your mirror neurons light up. They begin rehearsing that same behavior inside you. That's why surrounding yourself with confident role models, even through videos, books, or podcasts, can start to shift your own energy. You don't need to copy someone exactly. You just need to absorb their mindset, their rhythm, their calm. Watch how they handle stress. Notice how they respond to setbacks. Listen to the tone in their voice and the pauses they take when they speak. These small details carry a lot of power. The more time you spend observing people you admire, the more your brain begins to adopt those traits as its own. It's like training without trying. You're not just learning, you're becoming. So be intentional about who you expose yourself to. Choose people who carry the confidence you want to develop. Let your mind watch and learn. Your brain is always picking up signals, and when you feed it the right examples, it starts reshaping your identity from the inside out. Here's a simple but powerful psychological trick that instantly makes you more likable. And when people respond better to you, your confidence grows naturally. It's called the name trick. And it works like this. Use people's names in conversation, not in a fake or forced way, but in a warm, intentional way. When you say someone's name, it creates a sense of connection. People feel seen, recognized, and respected. It triggers a small emotional response in their brain that makes them more likely to engage with you positively. And when they respond warmly, it boosts your confidence without you even trying. Let's say you meet someone new, and after they introduce themselves, you say, "Nice to meet you, James." That tiny act of using their name makes the moment more personal. Later, if you say, "Hey, James, I was thinking about what you said earlier," it shows attentiveness. You're no longer just someone in the crowd. You're someone who connects. It also helps you stay present. When you focus on someone's name, you stay grounded in the conversation, and that presence makes you come across as more confident and in control. Using names is a soft skill with strong impact. And the more comfortable you become using it, the more you'll notice how people respond to you differently. That positive energy creates a feedback loop, one where social confidence begins to grow naturally without pushing or pretending. Confidence grows where fear used to live, and one of the most effective ways to shrink fear is through exposure. Gentle, consistent, and controlled. You don't have to throw yourself into terrifying situations. You just need to stretch your comfort zone one small step at a time. That's what I call exposure therapy light. Let's say you're nervous about speaking up in meetings. You don't need to jump straight into giving a full presentation. Instead, start by asking one question. Then next time, add a short opinion. Each step gets a little easier. Your brain starts to realize, hey, that wasn't so bad. And suddenly, what once felt scary becomes familiar. Fear hates repetition. The more often you face the thing you're avoiding in small doses, the less power it has. And you don't need to wait until you feel brave. You just need to act in spite of the nerves. Action comes first. Confidence follows. The key is consistency. Do the thing, feel. The nerves, survive it. Repeat. You're training your nervous system to stop seeing certain moments as danger zones. And in that process, you start building an identity that says, I'm someone who can handle discomfort. You'll be amazed at how quickly your world expands. When you stop avoiding and start approaching, little by little, your actions send a new message to your brain. I can do this. And that message becomes your new truth. Waiting for your yes to begin, section 11. You said, YCHATG, PT said, section 11. Trick 10, confidence, anchoring. Eyes in 250 words. There's a powerful trick in psychology called anchoring. It's when you mentally connect a specific feeling with a physical action or memory. And you can use this to summon confidence exactly when you need it most. Here's how it works. Think back to a moment when you felt strong, proud, or completely in control. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Maybe it was the day you finally spoke up, or when someone genuinely thanked you, or when you nailed something you weren't sure you could do. Pick that moment. Close your eyes and step back into it. Feel what you felt. Notice your body, your breath, the energy inside you. Now, while you're holding that feeling, Gently press your thumb and forefinger together, or tap your chest, or make any small gesture you can repeat later. You're creating a link between the feeling and the action. Repeat this a few times over. A few days, then, the next time you need a confidence boost, right before an interview, a conversation, or a challenge, repeat that same gesture. Your brain will remember. It will bring back the emotional state tied to that moment. That's anchoring. You're not hoping for confidence. You're triggering it, on demand. And over time, this becomes your emotional shortcut, a simple signal to your brain that says, "We've been here. We've got this." It's a tiny habit with a massive impact, and it gives you control when things feel uncertain. So now that we've walked through these 10 psychology-based tricks, I want to leave you with one final thought. Confidence isn't some magical trait that only certain people are born with. It's a skill. It's built, layer by layer, decision by decision, habit by habit. And you already have everything you need to start building it today. You've learned how to shift your body, like with power posing. You've learned how to shift your mind, like reframing self-talk and using visualization. You've discovered how others affect your confidence through role models and social tricks, like using names. And you've learned how to gently face fear through micro goals and exposure. But here's what matters most. You don't need to be perfect at any of this. You just need to start. Try one of these tricks today. Just one, feel it out, see what happens. And if it works, do it again tomorrow. Confidence doesn't arrive all at once. It shows up every time you take action, even when you're scared, even when you're unsure. And if you ever catch yourself thinking, "I'm not a confident person," I want you to remember that's just a story, and you can write a new one, starting now. My name is Tom Harris, and I want to thank you for spending this time with me. If this video gave you even one new idea, that's a win. And if you stick with these tools, I promise you'll start showing up in the world in a way that even surprises you. You've got this. You really do. Now go out there and prove it, not to anyone else, but to yourself.